Hi, this is Miss Wendy, and for this week's Create Your Own, you'll need a glass dish or a plastic Gladware container that you'll put water into about halfway. You'll need a sponge, a black pen, syrup, soil, water, green food coloring, raisins, salt, coffee grounds, some shredded up paper, Dawn soap, or any kind of dish soap for that matter. All right, with that, I have already gone ahead and drawn kind of a goldfish shape on my sponge. Once you've done that, you can have a grown-up help you cut your goldfish out. And for time purposes, I'm just gonna pause for now and I'll show you my finished product. All right, we're back, and there you go. It's pretty cool fish, I suppose. Again, this is just made out of sponge. I'm just gonna turn the black marker side down. So this is Goldie Fish, and this week with Create Your Own, we're gonna be thinking about water pollution. There's lots of things that happen, and I've been especially thinking about, protecting our environment, and I thought this would be a lot of fun for you to try as well. So we're going to pretend this dish of water is Goldie Fish's little swimming river. Awesome, right? How do you think he feels in that nice clear river? Yep, I thought you'd give me a thumbs up on that. Yeah, he feels great. So one day, Goldie Fish was thinking about a little part of the river and how wonderful it was, but he was a little bored, so he decided to go swimming downstream, and he wanted to see what's going on in the world. Well, guess what, friends? Environmental factors have played in, because first he comes to a spot where there's bulldozers, and the bulldozers are crushing through some soil and land, and guess what? Oh no! All kinds of soil is thrown into the river as a result. Oh dear. So what do you think happens after that? Poor Freddy. You can see he's even gotten some soil in his gills. Oh no. Poor buddy. Okay. Well, along with that, as he goes a little further down the river, he finds that there's some black and white animals, and they're moving closer and closer to the river. So these animals are getting a little bit of a drink in the area, and they start to drop, those presents, which we're pretending are raisins. But we're going to pretend that all those little animals that are swimming around near the water, getting a drink in the river, oh man, they're leaving little presents for Freddy. Yes, you know what those presents are, don't you? He keeps swimming, and you know what? He says, oh, I'm going to try my best. He shakes things off, and he keeps swimming and swimming. Okay, he still has soil in his gills though, huh? Oh dear. Well, as he's swimming along, he says, oh, there's a ball in the water. Apparently there's a golf course nearby. The golfers have accidentally golfed a ball into the water. Well, as he was busy looking at that, he realized the golfers at the golf course love their grass to be nice and green, and they use lots of fertilizer. Oh boy, did you know what? Some of that fertilizer is going into the water in the river where Freddy is swimming. Oh dear, poor Freddy. Now he's got green from the fertilizer from the golf course in the river that he's swimming. So as he keeps going, he realizes there's lots of tall grasses growing, but he keeps on moving through, and he wades right through the river to see what else he can see on his adventure. Well, while he was swimming, he noticed, guess what did he notice? He felt a little bit of a stinginess on his gills. Oh no, guess what it is? It's kind of like a salty a salty substance. And he realized in the wintertime that they used salt on the roads. And there was still some salt from the plows that pushed onto the side of the stream. And guess what? The rains have washed that rock salt from the roads into the river where poor Goldie was swimming. Well, guess what, friends? As he kept swimming, guess what he came across? Some children who were playing in a park, and they were playing at a picnic site. And as they ran across to go to the swings, they forgot to pick up their napkins and their paper plates. And guess what? They all blew into the river. Poor Goldie. Now he's really getting choked up. Oh, how's he ever going to swim through all that? Well, again, he tries to shake it off and keep on moving. Unfortunately, though, for him, it's still floating near him in the river. Next, as he's swimming along, he notices there's rain. And as it starts to rain, he notices that this rain is a little thicker. And guess what, friends? This thick rain is acid rain. Oh, no. And that's caused by all the air pollution from all the different things that we put into our air, from maybe exhausts from factories or from our cars. So he keeps swimming and he decides, I'm just going to keep on going. So while he's at it, he says, let me swim upstream a little further. And he comes across a bank where there's a lot of factories. And did you know those factories? Oh no, they're dumping lots of toxic waste along the side. And guess what? It gets absorbed into the river, and poor Goldie Fish is getting choked back by this. Oh, he's trying to swim through, swimming. He's trying to shake it off. Oh, poor Goldie. He still is just in such troubled waters, isn't he? He keeps trudging through and he decides, you know what? I'm just going to keep going. There's got to be something further ahead that will be fun for me to swim through. But guess what? Along the side of the river, he realizes a man is dumping oil from changing the oil in his car. And guess what? That oil goes from the sewer grate into the river. Oh no. Poor Goldie Fish. Boys and girls, what do you think? How is Goldie Fish feeling right now? I would love to hear what you think, how Goldie Fish is feeling right now. Let me know on our Instagram page for Manlius Library, or drop me a note. Come pop into the Manlius Library and say, Miss Wendy, poor Goldie Fish. This is what I think we can do to make Goldie Fish have nice, crystal clear water to swim through. What would you do? Well, friends, in this week's Create Your Own, we found that Goldie Fish was suffering from environmental factors. What can we do to protect his environment?